So there you have it.
What was the story?
The Velveteen Rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
At first I thought Pinocchio.
That could work too. I mean, it's kind of a similar story. It's about becoming real. I was struck by that story. There's a moment in that towards the end where the Velveteen Rabbit is sitting in like on the edge of the forest, and two real bunnies come and meet him and talk to him, and they start to make fun of the fact that he actually doesn't have legs, even though he's saying that he's real. But the thing that struck me was that it was at that moment that he realized that he wanted to be more real than what his buddy wanted him to be. So, and that sometimes when we love people, our love for them actually opens them up to become bigger and better people, and then they move on to bigger and better things, which is the tough part about love, right? Mm-hmm.
I can't really ask a better interview question than that.
Okay.
Or which is to say, that was my interview question. Which was the story. I would have just been confused if it's not Lord of the Rings. I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't know the story. Well, glad to have you here. You call yourself a native of Tacoma? Is that your home?
No, I'm actually from the South, which I know is a large place, but I spent half of it in Atlanta, and half of it in the Dallas area.
In the Dallas area.
Step back.
Oh, okay, right. This is one of our good mics.
So,
This is like the news mic.
oh, okay,
We can
rad.
just
That's cool.
talk, yeah.
That's cool.
Dallas area. That's not far from my own upbringing.
Where is that?
Yeah. North of there, about 5 hours. Western Oklahoma.
Oh yeah. So I went
Illinois.
to school at Texas Tech University.
Oh,
Go Red Raiders.
yeah. Where they're running out of water,
Yeah. Yeah.
and my dad can no longer cut corn.
Oh, bummer. That really sucks.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's fine. My uncle was actually a probation officer in Dallas.
Oh,
And
wow.
that was the big move from the farm when he grew up. Almost nobody left the farm, but he took off and went to Dallas.
The big city.
Right.
The big D.
And used to tell stories about the people he probated or and the
There's
clothes
some
they wore.
crazies.
This was in the 70s, so I remember the bright orange suede sneakers story to this day. Anyway, this isn't telling people about you. Sorry.
That's okay.
No one's been to Dallas.
Well, I
Yes,
grew
I
up
know,
in
I
the
admit it.
Arlington area, which is the location of the Dallas Cowboys stadium, ironically now. So.
Right. So you ended up in Tacoma instead of Seattle.
I went to college, and then when I graduated, there were no more family members left in Texas. They had all moved, and so I basically said that I knew I wanted to do music business of some sort. And New York was too big, Nashville was too country, LA was too snotty, and Seattle felt like a good place, so it was. So
Okay.
so
And you
there
knew
I
all
came.
these things about LA.
Yeah. I mean, at that time I had done my research.
Okay,
I knew
good.
which ponds I was jumping into.
Very good. And so Seattle still suits you as a songwriter?
Yeah. I enjoy it. It's got a very different vibe than what has come out of me creatively, so I find that interesting. So Luke and I were talking about that earlier.
Yeah. And how are you pushing your music forward here? Are you doing live shows? I know obviously you're getting residency and artist grants, things like that. Have those appeared on any recordings?
Yeah, I have a live EP that I put out last October, and I'm recording a full-length album with Gary Mula at the Columbia City Theater,
Okay.
at the Bonnie Love Studios, and then that should be out September, October-ish.
Okay.
So everything that I have right now is available on iTunes. So and most of the shows that I'm doing are house shows. So if you have a house and you want to have a concert that's not too loud, then I'm your gal.
All right. I still can't believe you're a Raider.
A writer?
A Raider.
Oh,
at Texas Tech.
Oh yeah, man, guns up.
Right. The world's changing a lot. It's changing the world. I don't believe Texas Tech probably produced any artists for like 50 years.
Oh, there's some really good. They have a really good MFA program.
Right.
By the way.
Yeah, they do. Right.
Potential.
I know. But it's just
I know.
very unsurprising. Well, we're glad you found us out here
Thanks.
in Seattle, and hope it
for having me.
keeps going well for you. And that are you playing open mics? Are you doing that? Are you in coffee shops?
So I do. I have a show. Like I have house shows that are happening soon. And then there's a show in Seattle on the 25th of June at the Fremont Abbey.
Oh. Are you gonna play an actual piano in there?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's gonna sound awesome.
Yeah.
They've got a beautiful baby Grant in there. Yeah.
Okay. Good. And that's when? I'm sorry, the date?
June 25th.
June 25th.
And there's
okay.
a house show in Tacoma on June 12th.
Okay.
And
Good.
Tacoma is only 30 minutes away from Seattle. Sometimes it takes less time to drive home to Tacoma than it would to go from Ballard to Capitol Hill. Just FYI. It's true.
Yeah,
if you
it's
catch
true.
it on a good day,
it can happen.
that's what happens.
Right. I'm still going to keep my house in Ballard.
Okay, that's fine.
But
You do that.
Tacoma's been pitched for 10 years now. And
Oh.
it sounds good. I'm
But
not
we like
saying
to
it
keep
isn't.
It a secret. It's super.
No, you don't like to keep it a secret. Everyone wants to tell me, oh, Tacoma's great. Tacoma's great. Doesn't smell anymore. All that stuff.
Oh, it smells.
No, is that okay?
There's an aroma. It's called Tacoma.
All right. All right. It's been great talking to you.
Yeah, you too.
Glad you had on the show. This has been Plastic Jet Airline. This is Emily Ann Peterson. And we will see you in